In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect Telegram to N8N and how to set it up and actually use it. So I have an N8N agent here, which uses Telegram in a lot of ways. It uses it to actually trigger the flow. It uses it for any kind of messaging, and it also uses it to output the final product of this N8N workflow. So I'm going to teach you how you can kind of connect it all up and how to actually utilize it. So first of all, the easiest way to go ahead and do this is to go ahead and set up a bot on Telegram. And I'm just going to go ahead quickly and add a node, and inside of the node section here you can just add Telegram. So what you're going to see here is you've got your actions and you've got your triggers. Actions are things that Telegram will do when sent to Telegram, such as sending a message, and triggers are things that will trigger the workflow when you send a message to Telegram. So here, let's just go ahead and get the on message Telegram trigger. So this basically means when a message is sent to Telegram, this is going to start the workflow. And to go ahead and start this one up, it's very simple. We're going to go ahead into here, double click on it, and first of all we need to go ahead and create a credential. So go down and click create new credential, and it's going to ask for your access token. To do this is very, very simple. We just have to go over to Telegram. I'd recommend doing this on the web app just because you'll be able to copy and paste it. And so what I've gone ahead and done is I've gone and opened a new chat with this user called BotFather. The username for it is @BotFather, and this is the official Telegram bot creation tool. So you can create Telegram bots within Telegram, and this is like the official way to do it. So go ahead and you want to go and start a new chat with @BotFather, and we're going to go ahead and type some commands to it. Now sorry, a lot of the screen is blanked off here, just because I've got some API keys on there that I don't want to show. So the first command we want to do in here is /new bot, and this is going to create a new bot for us. So it's going to say, all right, what do you want to call it? So just give it a name. I'm going to call this one test N8N bot. There we go. Good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot. So we'll put like test N8N H _ bot. And done. Congratulations on your new bot. So it's gone ahead and created a bot for us. And what you're going to see when you do this is going to say use this token to access the HTTP API. So you're going to get an access token, and it's a different color, and it will say keep your token secure and store it safely. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy that, and that's going to be the access token that we put into N8N. And so all we need to do is come back into N8N and just paste the access token in here. Just copy it exactly how it is and paste it into here. You should then be able to click on save, and it's going to go ahead and just test it, and if it works it will say credentials successfully created, and it will go ahead and do a test. So it will just make sure it's connected properly, and if you've done it right it will say this. If you've done it wrong, you've probably put your code in incorrect. So now it's all connected up, what we're going to first of all do is we're going to use the Telegram trigger node, and what we're going to do, we're going to send a message to the bot that we just created, and we're going to click the execute workflow button, and we should receive the message we put into Telegram. So go over to Telegram here, find the bot that you want to that you've just created. So mine is called test N8N bot. Find that, and then just go ahead and send a message to it. So I'm going to say hello, welcome. We can go back over to N8N now, and we can hit the execute workflow button, and what you should see is if you double click on it, you'll see that the message will be there as text. And see, I'm inside the node here, and you can see that this section here called text has hello welcome, which is what I just went ahead and wrote. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add a OpenAI node, and I'm going to go ahead and give it some prompt like expand on this message, and then I'm going to make another node which will send it back to Telegram. And so what I can do here, I've just got a OpenAI messenger model prompt. I'm just going to say please take the following text and expand on it. I'm then going to go ahead onto here, and I'm going to click and drag this across. So basically I've clicked on the text field, and this will dynamically pull in the text that you send to Telegram. So if you say something like good night, or like, good night sister, it's going to go ahead and expand on that. Like, you can, whatever the message sent to Telegram, it will go ahead and then expand on that. So we can go ahead and press execute step, and that should now give us an output expanding on this text here. And so here you go, I've executed it and it says, welcome to our community, we're so happy to have you here. Da, 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 da. So it's made a really long message, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and make a node which will send it back to our Telegram bot. And so I've just dragged in a node, the send a text message node. I've selected the Telegram account. I've put resource message, operation is going to be send message. And now we need to go ahead and get the chat ID and the text. So for the text, it's simple. We'll just click on the content section from the previous node and drag it in, and that will dynamically pull the content in. And now we need to go get the chat ID. Getting the chat ID is very simple. You need to go to the first node, so the one that receives, or the trigger node from Telegram, and there'll be a field called chat ID. You just want to go ahead, find that field, and there'll be a number next to it, and that's the number you need to put in here. And so now if I go ahead and press execute, it should go ahead and boom, it's gone ahead and sent it over to the Telegram bot here. And here you go, you can see it's gone ahead and it's sent the message from the N8N into here. And so what we could do as well, let me just go ahead and execute it again. It's going to wait for a message. I'm going to go ahead and send something like lion story. And it should feed us back a story about a lion here. So it's messaging the model right now, and boom. It's gone ahead and it's generated a story about a lion. And just from that prompt. So you can see it's pretty cool. There's a lot of functions you can do with it. You can send files, there's so much you can do with it, but this is like a basic understanding of how to actually use it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, go down below. We have a school community where we teach you guys how to make N8N agents, how to use AI, basically how to streamline workflows and build useful things with AI. Yeah, go ahead and join that. It's super useful. You're going to get a ton of value. But thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.